Welcome to Aussie
and the Scotsman.
Today we're talking to Pia Miranda. So nervous I blew the intro.
You did?
What did you think of that, Robbie?
I thought it was pretty bloody average, actually.
Why was it blown? I thought you did a good job.
What did you want to say?
Because
I was staring right into your eyes.
I think so.
I really was. I was trying to figure
I've known Pia all of 30 seconds and the heart's pumping.
I tell you what, there's a lot of nervous energy in the room tonight, Ron. You are not yourself. You're all over the place.
I'll try and relax. This is good. This is exciting. Welcome, Pia.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, not quite the intro I was hoping to do, but I do have a proper intro to welcome our special guest. We're delighted to welcome Pia Miranda into the Aussie and the Scotsman podcast. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure. Pia Miranda kicked off her career in Neighbours. Then she had a breakout role as Josie in Looking for Alibrandi with a friend of the podcast, Kik Gurry, which we shall get into. Pia played Jodie Spiteri in Wentworth, has starred in several short films, was a recurring guest in All Saints, The Secret Life of Us and much more. She's appeared in Dancing with the Stars, The Masked Singer, loads of chat shows, panel shows and interviews. Her self-proclaimed hall pass, although I may have added the hall pass part, is Jeff Probst. Correct or not correct?
Well, possibly. He might have some questionable political leanings, but I'll still go there.
Oh, does he?
Maybe.
Okay. Pia's love of the Survivor series took her onto the show itself in 2019. And in Survivor Australia Season 4, which, spoiler alert, she won in proper kick-arse fashion, following a record-breaking 6-hour and 40-minute literal standoff in the final challenge and a wicked final panel interview where she dominated and won $500,000. Pia can currently be seen in Windcatcher as a school teacher and Invisible Boys, where she plays Anna, a conservative Italian mother grappling with her son's sexuality, based in Holden Shepherd's novel, both now on Stan. Pia is down to earth, relatable and very bloody Australian/Italian. How do I know this? Well, I've just consumed your fantastic 2023 book, My Bella Vita, a story of family, food, fame, and working out who you are. And that's where I want to kick things off. But first, welcome again, Pia, to the Aussie and the Scotsman podcast.
Thank you. I can't believe you had Jeff Probst as my free pass. A little bit true. And also, I would like to say, it used to be Cat Stevens.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be Cat Stevens. I just found him fantastic when I was young.
I was going to say there'd be an age difference there, wouldn't it? Older man.
I still love him. Yeah, I still love him.
Favourite son? Father and son?
Oh, no, I think Peace Train.
Okay. Catch in the Cradle?
Yeah, all of it. Well, no, that's not the Cat Stevens.
He's Yusuf.
Yeah,
Yusuf Islam.
Yusuf Islam.
Isn't
Yeah.
that Cats in the Cradle? Isn't that him?
Yusuf Islam is his name. No, he's father and son.
Okay, I'll stick to movies.
and even then we're struggling.
Maybe a bit of Steve Martin. That's not. I've got a thing for him as well. I like the old guys.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, that's right.
Yeah.
This is a full corridor you've got here. That's
Okay, if you get a hall pass.
I'll tell you what.
Okay, radio.
Well, who's your hall pass?
I told you we've done this before.
I can't remember.
J-Lo.
J-Lo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pia, if I can ask you, I mean, there's a few connections what's brought you onto the podcast.
Yeah.
We've got a personal friend that we share in Georgia.
Yep.
Because her husband sat next to me at school. We went to Wesley together. And also you've done your most famous film with Kik Gurry.
I did. So did you go to school with Kik as well?
So Kik's brother, Jay.
Oh, yeah, I know Jay. Yeah.
You know Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was my groomsman.
Oh.
Yeah, we're very close. So that's how I've grown up with Kik.
Right. So I met Jay finally at one of George's kids' bar mitzvahs.
Oh,
yeah.
So you would have been in the... Yeah, so I was in that room that night. There you go.
That was a fun, but I love a bar mitzvah.
Was that Josh or Nick's?
Josh's. Yeah.
The one in the city.
Yeah. It was unreal.
I was in the room that night.
It was
There you
so
go.
good.
The things we learn with the podcast. Okay.
How fun is the dancing?
I love a bar mitzvah. Bar mitzvahs, Jewish weddings, like two of my favourite things.
It goes a bit like Greek weddings though as well, aren't they? I mean, they're all a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Tell us what I've related to you about when I was reading your book or listening to your book and watching all your stuff. A, you're just so down to earth.
Oh, thanks.
And B,
I try.
and B, the start of your book was based in Sicily with your nonna. and Santino, what was your grandfather's name?
Salvatore.
Yeah. And it reminded me of The Godfather. What made you want to write the book in the first place?
Well, it was a funny thing. I've always wanted to write sort of what I majored in uni, and, then I did writing and acting as well. And then my manager was just shopping around another one of her clients' books, and she said, I'm just going to shop around an idea. I'd said to her, I really want to write a book. And so we met with a couple of publishers, and they said, I had an idea for a young adult fiction that I'm still working on. And they said, we'd love you to write a memoir because it's a really great way to cut your teeth as a writer, which I didn't really want to write a memoir, but I think they were right because I learned so much about my writing style and how to write with that story. But I guess I got excited initially, and then I started to write it, and I was just like dying inside. I went, I can't.
Because you didn't want to bare your soul?
Well, it's sort of embarrassing. Like, how do you start it? I was born in, like, it just felt very sort of self-promotional and a bit not truthful, and I couldn't.
And you've got to put it on a little bit when you can't just be yourself because you're thinking, how do I word this? How do I write it?
How do I start it? And then I was reading Best Ways to Start a Novel, and I was reading all these beautiful books and like sort of starts of books, and I thought, God, it'd be great to start somewhere else that wasn't with me.
Yeah.
And then I remembered an essay I'd written about my nonna that I'd written with her, and I thought, if I can find this essay, I'm going to start the book with her. And so I went into the garage, and the first plastic box I opened, it was sitting on top. So I got the essay, and I started writing that way.
And when you disciplined in your writing, did you just say, I'm going to do a couple of hours every day, or how did it work for you?
It was tough at first because it was a lot of snacking. And like distracting myself with buying things on Instagram. But eventually I worked out that I'm best sort of 5 till 7 in the morning. So I got up at 5, wrote solidly till 7, and then my day was done. I'm just too distractible in the day.
I'm exactly the same. I do my best work now between 5 in the morning and 2, and then I'm done.
Done.
How do you two sleep?
Sorry?
Well, I'm not a late up person. Like, I think some people are really great. Like, my husband's really great nocturnally. He's really creative at night, whereas that's not me. I'm out by 9:30.
What's your husband's name?
Luke.
Luke. We'll give him a plug. If I can take it off the book just for a second, we'll swing around a few times today. So you got married quick?
Yeah.
4 months?
Yeah.
How did you know after... So I dated my wife for 7 years.
Oh, really?
Right? You went for 4 months. So it's probably the two extremes, politely, right?
Yeah.
How did you know you want to spend the rest of your life with Luke after 4 months?
Well, being in Vegas helps because it just seems opportunistic.
Well, that was question number 2, right? So did you go to Vegas or you were there?
We were there, and we'd been together for 3 months, and then we were like, we should get married when we're in Vegas. Then we've been on a sort of 1 month holiday, and then it just seemed like the right thing to do. It just seemed really...
Well, it's worked.
How long are you married now?
I think we got married in... Actually, it's our anniversary next week, so...
They've been together 6 months now.
We got married in 2001. What is that? It's 24 years. So we've got to be 25 next year.
24, 25 years. And had you known him, literally 3 months?
Oh, no, I'd known him on and off, like, very vaguely for about a year. So socially, but not really, like, didn't have his number or anything. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah,
well,
still together.
That's obviously work.
Cracking along.
Yeah. Well, let's not
He's
muck
got
around.
his own free passes. Don't worry about him. He's fine.
There's a lot of talk about... We're either talking happy marriages or people talking free passes here.
Yeah, so we haven't got to the top cupboard yet. We'll
get to the top
I
cupboard.
got in so much trouble with my daughter for that.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was funny because we were flicking through it, and he calls me yesterday. He goes, Jesus, have you seen this interview with Sean McCallum on the cupboard? I said, oh, you're going to be so embarrassed. I'm going to bring that. Don't bring that up.
Yeah.
I reckon that's why the heart's going, because if we're truthful...
You know what my sex toys are.
Not your sex toys. Like, literally, obviously we prepare, right? We want to prepare out of respect. You're very, a famous person. And so for the last 48 hours, I said to Robbie before, I haven't looked at anyone else for 48 hours. We've watched your YouTubes, we've watched Survivor, we've watched everything we're going to talk about. And then in you walk to the studio and you sort of think, oh shit, it's Pia Miranda. Like when you sort of...
Well, just so you know, I've moved them now. Because I know that if teenagers come... Well, I know if teenagers come over... They're going to know where they are.
Well, if you ever got robbed.
There's a lot in that shoebox. So.
Yeah, there's a few things.
There's a few things.
Did Sean McCallum... Can we just go there for 1 minute then? So I mean, did it catch him by surprise, or was that set up? Like, tell us about that. How does that work?
No, it caught him by surprise.
It did.
Yeah. He's very funny, but we were playing together. I mean, he's really great at riffing. So the whole idea of the show is just to riff and say silly things and try and
get a reaction,
and also try to get a reaction because he very much plays a straight guy.
Yeah, right.
So that's part of the fun of the show.
I mean, he played it up with I'll quickly have a glass of water.
He's so good.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was very David Letterman, when they tried to get embarrassed a little bit or pretend to get embarrassed a little bit. And I think he was shocked at first, trying to work out in his head, okay, how do I play this?
But he also enjoys it, He's such a nicest man in television, so he really loves it when you bring it. He's so good.
Have you worked with him in any shows?
That's really the only thing I've done with him, but I've met him a couple of times and he's just really wonderful. Yeah.
Lovely guy.
And do you want to be like Rob said in the opening that you're very much down to earth, right? Like, have you said to yourself, I'm just going to be me and let them love it or hate it, or not? Some people come on quite pretentious or putting on a show. You seem to be very down to earth when you're in front of the camera.
Yeah, I guess.
Or is it all an act?
Is it all an act? I guess so. I guess, I can't imagine being anything else. I guess everyone's got their own thing, and for me, that's just what works. I don't really have the energy to put on airs. I mean, I know I don't bring the full Blanchett. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not like smooth. I'm not the smoothest cat.
I think it's a very Australia thing.
Yeah, I do too. Like, I think I don't think anyone's going to really enjoy that kind of stuff anyway. And for what point, I guess.
And I took from your book as well, that was kind of one of the reasons why you didn't really want to pursue Hollywood too much, because you didn't really want to put up with that pretentiousness and all the bullshit that goes with Hollywood. Is that fair to say?
I think so. I think it was just an instinct that it wasn't really where I belonged. And I think that there was a lot of pressure to change myself aesthetically. And I couldn't quite make that work. And I'd always wanted to have kids and, bring my kids up in Melbourne. And I'd had a really good life here. And it didn't feel right for me.
You talk about that because it leads on to the body shaming that you talk about in your book. And what you went through is horrific.
Yeah.
To be told by you, because you wanted to be a ballet dancer, you were really passionate about doing that, but you were shamed regularly by your teachers. You were called fat.
Only one.
By the school teacher who you really looked up to, and you were made to stand in front of the class, and you were really shamed about that. And you actually said in your book, I'm not sure if that was, what was it? It was something along the lines, I'm not sure if that was abuse. Well, I'm here to tell you, that is abuse, and at the highest level. I mean, that you don't do that to somebody. You can't do that to somebody anymore.
I've met other people from that school who've come up to me since then, so who've known that I've gone there. I went there at that time and have come and sort of said, "Are you okay?" And they've talked about their own journey, and it seems to be quite a lot of damage.
Was it cathartic? Sorry.
I just want you to. For the listeners, I know you've done more research. He'll know more about you than you. For those listening, tell us the story.
I wrote about a ballet school that I went to where the woman who ran the school was quite, you don't want to get sued. So
how old are you at this point?
I went there when I was young. Then when I moved around, I came back and I was there around those really formative 10, 11, 12, 13 years.
Oh, young. Okay.
I'd probably say 12 and 13 was when it really, 14, 15.
Ballet here in Melbourne.
Ballet, yeah.
Okay.
And there was just a lot of, it was the 80s and it was really a lot of cowboys out there. She was very well respected, but there was a lot of body shaming and physical, sort of really full-on physical things that would happen to us.
You're not tall enough, you're not what?
Like fat. Just fat.
You're fat?
Yeah, just fat.
You were singled out.
Yeah.
In front of the class?
Yeah, not one unusual.
Jesus.
Like grabbing, they would pinch you and pinch your, like, your bits and say, look at there, scream at you, like, look how fat you are, and you have bruises.
Oh, how awful.
Yeah, like try and, I remember one day my feet were bleeding, so pointe shoes are very thick, and my feet were bleeding and I pulled my shoes off and she's like, what are you doing? And she's like, you're not allowed to stop until the blood's on the outside of the shoes. Keep going.
And they're thick, these shoes.
Yeah, so that sort of stuff was very normalised.
And did you keep going? Sorry, did you keep going?
I did. I actually eventually told my mum something had happened, and my mum was like, one of the things that happened, my mum went, she'd just known something was going on, because all of a sudden I didn't want to go and I was like showing signs of anxiety, and then she eventually pulled me out and she sent me off to the National Theatre, which was great, I loved it.
Yeah.
But I think the damage had been done. So I think I didn't know at the time. I just thought I lost my passion.
Right.
But I just remember standing in class and thinking, oh, it's really hard to lift my leg. Like I just couldn't do it anymore physically because I think my brain had been broken.
Yeah, you were absolutely worn down. You were bullied into retreat. And I think I related to it because that happened to me at work. Like I was bullied at work when I first came to Australia. I was working for an architect. I mean, it was just in the paper. It was Rob Mills Architects. I've got no problem naming and shaming him because I've got 10, 15 pages worth of notes that I kept from 20 years ago when he bullied me. And you mentioned it in your book as well, he would be so lovely one minute, and then the next minute he would be abusing you, like screaming and shouting and throwing things at you.
That's the cycle of abuse, right? There.
Exactly right. And I would feel like, shit, what am I doing? And I'd want to please him more. And that lasted with me for 10, 12 years, you know, and it was really bad. And actually someone complained, and it was in the paper a month or two ago about Rob Mills bullying. And I went, holy shit, good on her for standing up. And I got in touch with the reporter, but she was on holiday and she never got back to me because I said, I want to add my story to it because there's a cycle of abuse going on in this office. And it should be told to everybody.
Class action.
My
class
husband
action.
had the same experience with when all the Sony stuff went down because he really had a traumatic time there for him. And when all of that went down, he just broke down. Like I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but he got really emotional because he was like, oh, finally, just seeing people all of a sudden speak up and go, this has been terrible, because he'd carried that around for 10 years, given up music because what happened to him there, just felt like he couldn't push through it.
It's horrific. And I felt really bad and guilty that I didn't stand up back at the time. This young girl has done. And why didn't I do that? Maybe I could have helped, but I was just this young kind of guy from the UK come across.
But there wasn't that language back then. Like, I think there's a real language about what abuse is, what bullying is, all of this stuff. My kids have language about what's okay and what's not okay, how to stand up for yourself.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
Right? And what leaves the leader like a feather can hit you like a bowling ball, right? And sometimes people don't realise. I mean, I'm in people leadership all the time at work, right? You say the wrong misword and you're in HR and you're having conversations and some things you take for granted, or if you take the piss and you're having fun because you think we've built a bit of rapport, and it could be in any topic.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you can get in trouble or not get in trouble. Everything these days you need to watch.
It's definitely
every word and everything you email and everything you text. Everything.
Yeah, but I think also, like, just even back then with me or with you or with my husband, but there wasn't really that language of this is an abusive situation or this is a situation where someone in power is taking control of you. It was just you feeling bad about yourself because they didn't like you. That's it.
Yeah. What have I done wrong? Because I would leave that office not understanding what I've done. I would go and ask for a bit of help and he would throw the paperwork back at me going, you should know all this. Right? I was just this new student.
You probably just thought that was working life. You knew no better. You only know abuse or a bad person when you see a good one.
I knew it wasn't right. There was 12 people in the office and every face was pointed at the monitor and nobody spoke and nobody really moved. And I was learning a lot. I mean, he's up there. He's one of the best architects out there. Yeah. But I lasted 4 months and he fired me. And he fired me through somebody else because I think my period was coming up with an end. But anyway, it worked out for the best because I started my own business after that. Right. After what I learned from him, and I've been doing that ever since. But it's just horrific, as you know. Yeah. But it makes you stronger in some way. And now any kind of bullying that I see, I'm a real advocate for standing up for that and against that kind of thing these days.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of language about that even at schools. With my kids are really aware of that stuff and what it is and what bullying online is and all that kind of stuff, because I think back in our day it was nothing really. There was nothing. I used to work in pubs where they go now, on your first day they go, now make sure you don't go down to the keg room on your own when the owner's in. When the owner's in, he can get a bit, handsy, so make sure one of us boys takes you down. You'd be like, okay, that was just the world we lived in.
Yeah. I love working in pubs. I haven't done that for a while, but that was great.
We're going on all different types of topics, but the other one is consent. Yeah. Right? Okay. So I've got teenage boys that go out, go to the bars and we tell them, make sure you check. I mean, the old days, you try and kiss a girl in a nightclub or whatever you do. You didn't say, can I kiss you, can I kiss you, can I kiss you 15 times over, get it in writing, check with the lawyers. I mean, it's a different world.
You've got a young daughter and I've got 2 boys. I mean, I would have no idea how to navigate the world these days in terms of consent and what you're, if you're a 18, 19-year-old guy and you're going to try and crack on with a girl, I don't know.
Forget crack on. When Pia tells the story of being body shamed, for my Lulu at 12 years of age, we are so protective of what we say. If she eats, and she'll probably listen to this, but if she eats dinner, we're watching how much is she eating, too little, too much. But if we say she's eating too much, that'll cause an issue. If she says she's not eating enough, could cause an issue. So it is. I mean, I'm much better with boys, having had a crack at 3 of them.
These girls are savvy though these days. Like I got a about 10, 15-year-old girl. She's savvy.
Yeah, right.
I send her off to work. She works. Like she's got a job. I don't worry about her at all because she knows what's right and what's wrong, and she has language and information and access to stuff that we didn't have back then.
Well, that's true. The information's all out there, and it's down to the parents.
Let's get back to Pia.
Yeah, okay.
We've got Pia Miranda here.
Well,
come on.
We're tackling the big issues here.
We are. It is. That was quite cathartic. We'll charge you $85 for your session there.
Thank you.
You've obviously got issues there with that architect guy.
Got a few issues. Okay, so what I wanted to ask you, moving on to Survivor, because I watched the last episode.
Yeah.
You're on I'll set the scene up. Okay, so Pia has been on Survivor. You were there for 7 weeks.
7 weeks, 50 days.
For 50 days, okay?
Yeah.
And you ended up being one of the last 3 or 4 contestants, and then you go down to the finals 3. The last challenge you had to do was to stand literally on 2, how would you call it?
Pegs.
Pegs.
Yeah, like pegs maybe.
And hang.
Yeah, hold on to 2 ropes and stand on your tiptoes. So my question is this. Did your ballet dancing, because when that came up, did your ballet learnings help you in that? And did the thought of the fuck you to the teacher, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get through this because of all the shaming that you had, help you over these 6 hours and 40 minutes, or what went through your head?
Well, it's funny because, like, if you watch the first episode, everyone wants me out, so I almost go home. Like, everyone thinks I'm useless. And then I kind of play along with that, and then I do get to the end. But I think you get a resilience from doing all of those challenges up until that point because you've got weeks and weeks of challenges and being broken down. But it was actually yoga. I know other people have. It was purely yoga because I just know how to breathe into pain. And it was 100% yoga because I do a lot of yoga and I've done yoga since I was 17. I'm actually qualified yoga teacher.
So is my wife, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it was definitely yoga that helped me. Just the ability to, anyone who does a lot of yoga can understand, just to shift pain and breathe through it, breathe into pain rather than tense up and kind of hold on to the pain.
Where did you do your yoga training?
I just did it in Melbourne, just did it in a place in Point Cook that was really lovely. And I'm thinking about I'm going on a yoga retreat actually in a couple of weeks, which I'm really excited about in Byron.
In Byron?
Yeah, up in Byron with a couple of friends, so it'd be really good.
Do you practice most days?
I'm a real mixer-upper, so I know that a lot of yogis think that you shouldn't run and do all that other stuff, but I like to do something almost every day, whether it's running, gym, yoga, something.
Can I take you? I want to ask you almost the same question, but from another angle, right? Because, and I've heard the answer, but I see you at everything I've researched, right?
Yeah.
You've hustled sort of your whole career.
I'm half Sicilian.
Right, no, but I'm a salesperson, so I know the feeling of trying to win, trying to hustle, finding a way to get a deal, get something done. You've done that with a book and a movie and TV. So when you were up there, is there an inner resilience? Yes, you've done your yoga, which is the physical side, but there has to be a mental element of
you're not breathing in and out for 6 hours, 40
minutes. I mean, you come across smiling and lovely and all of that, but there must be a resolve.
There was a $500,000 to stay up there. I mean, it's not very often you get that close to $500,000.
Yeah, right.
And I really only had to beat one person. So I know there were 3 of us up there, but it was just one person that I had to beat. So I just went 5 minutes at a time. I just went another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
And once he fell, I dropped like a lead balloon.
Well, you couldn't even get down. Nobody could actually get down. How long did it take to recover, your body take to recover from that, or was it?
Oh, I think my foot's still a bit buggered. Like, I think it popped out a bunion or something.
It's still buggered.
Yeah,
that was
I think
2019.
so, yeah.
But then you went on to had to convince
That was good.
the other attendees on who to vote for.
And tribal council rule.
And you won 9 love.
Yeah, I did.
So did you plan that? What was the thinking?
I think in my edit, they maybe edited me a bit like harder they kept telling me to say really hardcore things in my interview. But really my main thing was I was just really nice to everyone.
You're the smiling assassin.
I was just nice to everyone, and then I'd just think of what had to be done, and then I'd go and tell people what I thought should be done, and I never didn't. Then I got everyone to do the dirty work for me.
Yeah, right.
So it was
You're just really conniving.
Yeah, I was manipulative, but I was still nice to people. Like there was a couple of things that happened out there that were, a little bit. Like, it didn't sit well with me.
Is that because you watched the show? So you went on because you loved it, right?
I loved it, but people who loved the game, I was fine for people to say what they wanted about me in interviews and all that stuff. But if there was ever like a pile-on or a gang up against someone or people being mean, I really hated that stuff.
Right.
And I think that did me good stead in the end. But I did plan to go very hard in my final tribal council.
Well, that was brilliant, because it was when Janine Ellis asked you, you looked at me in the face and said, I'm not going to vote you out. I'm on your team, but ultimately you voted me out. And she, remember, it was the way it was edited, but she was really serious.
Yeah.
And then you came back with, look, I played the game. I played the best game I could, and that's what Survivor's all about. And you went on, and it was brilliant. And that's ultimately, as you say, what won you the game.
Yeah.
And then in your book, you talk about how friendly you are now with Janine.
Well, Janine, I didn't actually. She was the only one I didn't vote out. So she was the only one. She was the only one I didn't vote out. Everyone else I did. But saying that, like, there's a guy called Dave Gannett who's actually playing Deal or No Deal Island in America at the moment. He's on TV.
Deal or No Deal Island.
It's so great. You've got to watch it.
Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal Island. It's the best. But he's playing that. But I think Janine and Abby and I, it blindsided him in the most brutal way. It wasn't even nearly as brutal on TV as it was in real life. And he's one of my best friends from the show because he loves the show. Like, when he got voted out, he went, oh my God, this is amazing. Right. So, but it does get pretty tricky near the end. Like, the closer everyone gets to $500,000, it does start to get a bit warped. Yeah. But I will say Janine was was the only person I never lied to out there. And she's still literally my best friend.
Is she?
She's your best friend in life?
Yeah.
Or off the show?
Just in life. We just fell madly in love on that.
How nice. I mean, she's well known to us all, right? We just felt, I speak to her every single day. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Tell her we said hello, and if she wants to come on the podcast, hello, Janine.
Wow. I mean, that's a side benefit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, she's a superstar in her own right, isn't she, really? I mean,
we fell madly in love, and we just found it all very fun. We just laugh a lot.
And you've obviously made a connection there, right?
Yeah, I think the first day we made a connection was everyone wanted me out the first vote, and I was in my interview going, that Janine woman won't talk to me. And so I went up to her, I thought, and I went, thanks for not voting me out last night. She went, oh no, I voted for you. And I started laughing. I went, oh my God, you bitch. And then we laughed, and I went, I think we're going to get along really well.
That's quality.
Yeah.
Because you're there for 50 days, and you get 24 hours on the TV, so there's a huge amount edited. I don't know how much you're allowed to talk about, not talk about, but when we talk with Kik, I'm fascinated about what happens behind the scenes of making shows. So when you are, first of all, how does everybody look so good at Tribal Council? Is there a place
what goes on with the lighting there? Everyone looks hot. I don't get it. Even I think I looked hot there.
You did?
Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
But there's no hotel room there that you're all popping into?
No, nothing.
Really? Even the people that are getting asking the questions?
There is no. Oh, in the jury, they've gone back to their hotel, so they're all right.
Okay.
But everyone in Tribal, no, I was 50 days, no shower, no toothpaste, no shampoo. And I look back, I'm like, how do I get that? I'd pay to look like that again.
That's amazing. Okay, more behind the scenes questions. When you're having your interviews off camera or one-to-one with the producers or whoever is doing that, how often does that happen during the day? And how many people are standing behind the camera filming you when there's 2 or 3 of you on the beach?
It doesn't happen enough. It probably only happens every sort of 6 or 7 days, and they get confused, and the story, they kind of get, you like, I can't remember what happened because it was 6 days ago, and that's a long time on Survivor. There's really just you, the person who's interviewing you, and then sound in one camera. That's it.
That's it. So
and they don't look at you. They don't, well, they kind of do, but they're not meant to. Like, they don't interact with you at all.
So it is genuinely you and your teammates alone on a beach.
You're blindfolded, so you only see three things. You see tribal council, challenges, and camp. That's it.
What do you mean you're blind? They literally blindfold
They literally blindfold you in between those three areas. So you only see those three things. You see nothing else for the 7 weeks.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Could you do it, Ron? No, you're not a chance, are you?
I don't think so.
It's a good cleanse.
I bet it's a good cleanse.
And what do you do for food? And
Nothing. You just get rice and a few beans. Some of the boys kept stealing the rice, though, so we had nothing.
Maybe I should do it. I could lose a few kilos. Wouldn't be a bad thing. So can we go back to the start of your career?
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to close the window.
Oh, no worries.
Is it raining?
No, it's the bamboo.
Oh.
It's making that noise.
So you started off in Neighbours.
Yeah.
Neighbours is enormous in the UK.
Yeah.
We all grew up with it.
Yeah.
What was that like to go on the Australia's most probably iconic TV
It
show?
was great. I mean, I'd been to uni. I had been doing I thought I was going to be a playwright.
Right.
So I've been doing some little plays at La Mama and stuff that we'd all written and put on together. And then my friend, I finished uni. I was like, what am I going to do? And I was actually about to go do honours. And I had this whole thing. I wanted to write a thesis about women in media. I don't know.
What were you studying?
I did an arts degree, otherwise known as, can I take your order? But I was studying an arts degree and I wasn't quite sure. I mean, I wanted to be an actor, but I just always wanted to have this kind of backup, maybe create my own work if I couldn't get any work.
Sure.
And then I had a friend who... an agent lived in my street and she said, well, come meet the agent. So I'd done a couple of little ads and things like that. And she said, I'll take you on. And I did she got me an audition for Neighbours, and the woman who was casting Neighbours, Jan Russ, was just one of these wonderful stalwarts of the industry that just would see someone and go, I'm going to find you something. I think you deserve a shot. Wow. And so I do an audition. I was pretty green because I wasn't used to TV auditioning. And I'd also, since I'd given up ballet, when I was young in high school, I'd done lots and lots of acting classes. So that was what I did. I'd work and then I'd spend money, which is how I met Kick.
Yes.
And I just did acting class after acting class. It's what I really wanted to do, but I was always someone who went, I just want to have a backup in case.
Yes.
And then I did about 3 auditions for Neighbours and she gave me a job. And I still bump into her at things and she's like, everyone come meet Pia. I gave her very first job. Like, she's really sweet.
Well, she's proud of it.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Wonderful.
She cast Neighbours for years.
And then you rolled into Alibrandi, which was... and we don't want to labour it, but it's probably... Is that your biggest work or Garage Days? What would you...
I would say not Garage Days. I'd say Alibrandi is like... I'm probably known for 3 things. Alibrandi, Wentworth and Survivor are sort of my 3 big...
Okay. And that's where I learnt you. That's where I learnt where you were because of Kick, and there you are. It was a big show.
Yeah.
Matthew Newton and Anthony LaPage.
It was huge.
Greta Scacchi just done Presumed Innocent.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I mean, you're talking Hollywood
I just worked
royalty.
with Greta like 2 months ago.
Did you?
Yeah, on
Again?
Darby and Jones, like ABC and then BBC, like English show.
And she was brilliant, and I love the story. You've got to tell this story, the Harvey Weinstein story. It's a cautionary tale.
So funny.
Do you want to...
I sent that to her. So I had for anyone who doesn't know, had a situation. I was in Italy at a film festival, which turns out was sort of Harvey Weinstein's hunting ground. But it was really his friend would sort of pretend to date you, and then
was he the groomer? Or
I think so. I thought he was taking me out on dates. He thought I was lovely, and then then you go out on dates with him and Harvey, and it all seemed quite, because it's very normal.
This is you're married at this point?
No. So it's all very...
you're dating some guy?
Well, sort of, like very
Seeing
in like innocently,
hanging out. Okay.
And then then you start hanging out with Harvey as well, and then it was just sort of it's very normal when you're young and you're an actor to be sort of taken out for dinners and travelling around with people from film companies. Not like unusual.
And schmoozed.
Yeah, I just get schmoozed. But Greta was there at the time and she was very suspicious of this whole thing, and she was like, give me that guy's card. And I was like, oh, he's this. And she's like, no, he's not real. And she just was not into it. Just like, stay away from them. And anyway, eventually I sort of let this guy know that probably wasn't going to go any further. Like, it wasn't really my jam. And so then I felt the delivery to Harvey was coming, but I didn't really know that. He's like, Harvey really wants to take you on the plane. Harvey really wants to, because I was about to go to London. Right. He's like, Harvey just said, why travel on the
Commercial.
jet when you can come with me to London and we can have a chat about your career and stuff. And Harvey seemed... The worst thing about Harvey...
Charming.
...is that everyone around him always said to you... No, he was charming, but he definitely had like a little... He liked to talk a bit, you know, a little bit...
Crude.
Yeah.
Okay.
But everyone around him, even when I went to America... Oh, I hung out with Harvey. Oh, he's harmless. I mean, he's a little bit naughty, but he's harmless. Oh, he's harmless. If I had $1 for every time someone told me he was harmless, the only one who said he wasn't was Greta. And
so they excuse it, why? Because of who he is and the power he yields?
Yeah. So the only one that was not afraid was Greta. And when I said I was going on this plane, she's like, no, you're not. And she came to my room. She's like...
So you'd said yes, Harvey...
Yeah. I was like...
Yeah, why
she
not?
started making me nervous. And then the phone kept ringing. She just like... And then she was like, do you get in a car? And she got me a car and she just sent me to Rome Airport and I flew commercial to London.
And you told Harvey what?
She was like, I think she just pulled the phone. She put the phone off the hook and was like, don't worry about it.
Were you angry with her at the time, just being young and wanting to do this, thinking this could have been your big break?
No, because I felt a little bit like some of his language was just a little bit sexual sometimes. And I knew that there was...
I was going to ask you, were your senses up? I mean, girls know.
A little bit,
Women
but
know.
I never thought anything bad would happen. Like, I never thought that he would make a move or anything like that. There was never... Which we know now, he was actually way worse than that.
Yeah, I mean, if he has you on a private plane, where are you going to go?
Exactly.
30,000 feet in the air.
I didn't think of that. I would never have thought that the head of a film company would, do anything untoward. But it sort of turned out that it was just going to be me and him on the plane. And that was a little bit strange to me. And I went, you know what? And then I think I just said to them, hey, we'll see you. I'll see you in LA. We'll catch up. And
Ever spoken to him again or anything?
No. But then my husband years later came in with a story that he found about this other guy. And he's like, is this the guy you dated? And it was just everyone telling the same story. And I went, oh, no.
He was the groomer.
Ugh. So God love Greta. And then I tell her this story because I obviously sent it to her because I said I don't want to put anything in my book that isn't true. And obviously legal had to go through it and legal it and stuff.
Yes.
She's like, darling, are you sure you're not exexaggerating? And I'm like, I swear to God, you were like way more full on.
So she couldn't remember.
She remembered it. But she went, that day though, did I really take your phone off the hook? I don't believe I took your phone off the hook. I was like...
It's a good Greta Scott you just done there as well, by the way.
I was like, Greta, you were so... Are you sure? I mean, it sounds like me. It sounds like me. Did I really? I always thought you were just... Yeah, anyway,
You sound like my sister-in-law.
Well, you owe her a debt. I mean, that is really amazing, isn't it, really?
I gave her a lot of free babysitting, so she's all right.
Did you? Good. I'm
did.
glad. No, but she really protected you. I mean,
she's the best, though. She's that kind of woman. Like, she's amazing.
No, but I heard you on the project talk about that you now want to do that for the next generation as well, right? So,
of course.
Have you done that as now more a senior person?
Well, that sort of
I don't know how to
senior
say.
Old lady.
Well, we're all the same age.
Yeah,
we're
all
all the same age, so we're all seniors.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not as necessary
Mature.
now. Yeah, true.
Seasoned. A seasoned
performer.
Yeah. Have you got anyone you're mentoring or helping?
No, I'm always there for the young people on set. I think it's really important. I've just worked with a whole bunch of young people on Invisible Boys.
Yeah.
I think it's just important to do for them what Greta and Anthony did for me, which is just be a really safe space, a person they can talk to. And be really encouraging. I think not a lot of people realise that you need so much encouragement when you're starting out. Like, to do your best work, you have to be in a place, which is what your stupid boss didn't know. You can't do your good work if you're not in a place of relaxation. And if you're not feeling good about yourself, you can't perform well. So I'm that. And I always just try and get along with them really well. But sets are definitely a way more protected place now, so there's a lot of people to turn to. There's always someone.
Is that what took you to your work on Dolly's Dream? You're an ambassador for Dolly's Dream?
I am an ambassador.
Tell us a little bit about that. It was a really funny experience. So when I was on Survivor, there was someone who had a great backstory, and it was sort of edited a bit like we were great friends. When we weren't really in an alliance at all, but three of us voted him out. Myself and two men. And the two men got nothing, not even one bad message. I must have got 1,000 hate messages social.
For weeks, for just death threats. I mean, I was like, what? You
read them?
Yeah, of course I did.
Wait.
I'm like, you'll get the point of the game, right? The point of the game is to vote someone out. But apparently if you've got a vagina, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to.
You're fair game.
So at some point, but I deleted it all. I'm like, this is my house. I'm going to keep it clean. I'm not going to and people were getting really annoyed that I was deleting like horrible comments. I'm like, I'm not going to let someone think it's okay to come into my house and shit all over it.
Is this Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram. Yeah. I don't really have anything else. I'm like, I'm going to set the tone and go, this is what's appropriate, because I've never said anything bad on anyone else's social media. And then I started to go, who are these people? And then I'd sort of see that, their Instagram handle and be like a mum of 3, and she'd be like, all love all the time, Jesus first or whatever. And I'd think, well, if you're doing that to me, it's not isolated. It's not isolated that you're doing this to me. You're probably doing it to everyone on maths and everyone else. And I started to really take notice of all the people who are on these reality TV shows who are getting hassled, like to the extreme, not just like, I don't like you. Like there's really full-on stuff that is said to you.
These keyboard warriors.
Oh my, worse than that though. I'm going to come and kill. People are threatening to kill my children. Like it is full on.
God.
And so I thought, well, if they're doing this and they've got young children and this is just so socially acceptable, what are the young kids going to do when they go to school? They're not going to know any better. Like they're going to know if your mum's sitting there hassling someone on maths, then how's your kid going to know to do any better when someone annoys them at school? And I started to get really think about it, and I started to kind of be checked into what other people were going through online. And then I was doing Dancing with the Stars, and what happened with Dolly happened, I was in Warwick at the time, which is where she went to school because my parents-in-law lived there, and so it was a really big story there.
Can you tell us about Dolly?
Dolly was a young girl. It's hard to talk about because I spent so much time with Kate and Tick and listening to them tell the story. So, and it's their story to tell. But, she was a young girl and she was going through a really intense set of bullying. She was at a boarding school, so a lot of kids who live remote really, go to boarding schools, and there's not that much help for kids who are living in rural communities if they're going through things like bullying or if they've got, mental health issues. And so unfortunately, Dolly took her own life. And since then, Kate and Tick, her parents, have really gone out of their way to start Dolly's Dream, to hopefully start an education program in all schools and to have a place where kids can turn. So if there's a kid in crisis, there's a 24-hour hotline that they can call Dolly's Dream and get some help, but it's mostly sort of mostly kind of focused on the idea of bullying and just teaching kids that it's way easier to be nice than it is to be nasty. Sure. Because there's sort of this idea that, especially on social media, that it's very socially acceptable, and it's almost, a lot of people really attack the people who go on maths, or what's another one? What's another show like?
We're a movie podcast.
Love Island or whatever.
We're a movie podcast. Yeah. We can't talk TV here.
But like Love Island, whatever, and they go, well, you knew you were getting into, but once it happens to you, it's very full on. And so there's sort of this idea that the onus is on the abused to just accept it, and that the abuser will very much defend their right to abuse. And so the idea sort of behind Dolly's Dream and changing behaviours is just that hopefully we can make it as socially unacceptable to bully someone as it is to, smoke in a car with a kid, because that's really what we need to do.
Bullying at school has, for the most part, I think, been ruled out because it's face-to-face. But when you do it online, it feels like it's just, you send it.
But those group chats that those kids have got, they're unhinged sometimes.
But once you've sent that message, then you're going to have your dinner.
Exactly.
And it's forgotten about. But the person that's received that is dwelling on that forevermore.
Yeah.
But it's just done online. So we'll put the number for, is there a number for Dolly's Dream that we'll look?
You can just go to the Dolly's Dream website. The Dolly's Dream Instagram also is a really good resource. Dolly's Dream Facebook, and they have the number for, there's a thing called a Beacon app, which is an app to help parents navigate social media and online behaviours. And then there's also a hotline for any child that's going through bullying at school. I've told friends of mine, when the kids are going through it, call this hotline. It's been unbelievably helpful. And especially, if there's any sort of, there's a Do It for Dolly Day coming up soon, and if there's any sort of fundraising to be had, all that money goes back into that, into their anti-bullying programs.
I mean, our wives are teachers, so I mean, if there's any way that we can, get it into our schools as well,
there's actually on the Dolly's Dream website, you can apply to get a program into school, and then they will send all the resources to that school, because it's funny, my kid's school My son's in grade 6. Like, no one's sat them down and gone, hey, guys, we know you've got a group chat. Like, there's nothing. There seems to be no education.
I think I just think from a mental health perspective, it's something that's been missed for the last 50 years. I mean, the connection that I have with Kik is not only a friendship, but we lost a very close friend when we were both 21. So Kik's 2 years younger than me.
I
lost my
that.
friend Scott,
who's
friends with Andrew, a mutual friend of yours. And so, that wasn't around bullying. That was just unknown. But there's no school education around mental health or youth suicide or, so I'm sitting here feeling guilty that you've done these programs and fundraisers and we haven't done enough.
I think it wasn't really me. Like, it's their charity. I'm just on board as an ambassador. But I think it is amazing to take something so terrible and turn it into something really positive, because their whole message is about positivity and kindness, and it's really easy to flip that switch. So I just want to kind of remind my kids all the time, like, you can't do anything bad online because I'm the ambassador for an anti-bullying campaign. But B, also just remember, just keep an eye out and let's talk about it if you see something going on.
Good on you. That's great.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, what's next for Pia?
Oh my gosh, I think I did like 75 flights or something last year.
You platinum?
No, because I go between bloody Virgin and I try to get everyone to just find me Qantas.
Oh no, you got to fly. You got to stick to one.
I know, but then when you work, sometimes you don't get the choice.
That's true.
So
Okay.
I go preferable Qantas because I'm higher.
Yeah, you're gold flyer.
Anyway,
70 flights, 5 flights flying where?
I was like Perth and Sydney and just Queensland. I just did a lot of away travel. So I seem to be having I think the second half of this year is going to be really busy. So when I'm not busy, I just like to fill the well at home. I like to go to all the pickups and, hang out with my daughter.
Yeah, tell us about the balancing act.
Yeah.
There's working mums all over the place, but you're a bit more than a working mum, right? You are...
It's the travel that makes it hard, I think, and the long days if you're on set. So, if you work on sets, those days are really long. And sometimes, like, say when I shot Invisible Boys, I was away for a good 6 weeks, but I come home on weekends. I did so much to get home for that Taylor Swift concert, I cannot tell you. The flights got cancelled. I drove 4 hours, then I got on a flight to Perth, a red eye.
Really?
I went to Taylor Swift and went straight back to do one scene.
Wow.
But, when I'm not working, I try to be really present with them. And, like, at the moment, my daughter and I are making all the, stuff for Billie Eilish, because she's going to Billie Eilish with her friend. So she's making the top and I'm helping her. And then, just be there. I just want to be there and pick them up every day and do all that kind of stuff.
Good on you. Well, it's funny that you mentioned, Rowan said at the start, you're known for Alibrandi, which you are, but you're so much more than that now. I know everyone seems to be labelled for something, but I'm so far gone from Alibrandi. You've got so much more in your repertoire. And it's funny you mentioned Invisible Boys, because I watched that. I think is it Watchmen that you're on at the moment? I've got it here somewhere. No, Windcatcher. Sorry.
Windcatcher. That's
Windcatcher and Invisible Boys are both on Stan at the moment.
Yeah.
And I
You must be watching it closely, I think.
No, I was. I just.
Windcatcher's a kids' film, so you know.
So you've got to let me give it to him a little bit.
Windcatcher, you're a teacher.
Yeah.
And Invisible Boys, you're a mother. It was funny with Invisible Boys. So I turned it on, and I kind of just fast forward a little bit until I find you, and then but the first scene I stop at, I've got there's two guys, getting it on together.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of self-love in that. There's a lot of...
I fast forward a little bit more. There's another guy, he's bending down, he's going on his knees, and the next one I do the same, and then, what the fuck is Pia? And eventually I found you for a little bit, and then moved on to Windcatcher, where I saw you as the teacher.
Yeah.
And then I saw you did a scene for the McGinty's, I think it was, where you were
what was that called? The drop-off.
Yeah, and it was
you were
really aggro.
I'm aggro. I'm worse than bloody Invisible Boys. I'm so mean in that. I'm so mean.
I'm actually going to watch that. And there was another one where you were. I mean, how you draw this, right? This is telepathy. The short form
about
telepathy.
That.
It's a science
Jeez,
fiction
you've done deep
short.
dive.
Oh, I was going to say gone right into it, but
oh god, I hope you haven't watched Travelling Light. That's a shocker.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a few. I'll tell you what I'm going to do then. All right, I'm going to go through a few in order because because there was a few that I couldn't find. Okay, after Gary's Days 2002, you did Queen of the Damned.
Well, no, I actually turned that down to do a play.
Never correct me, Pia.
Oh, sorry, but I know. But you're right. You're right in the sense that he called me in He called me in to do a scene, like 2 lines, because I didn't do that. I did a play instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
What play was it?
It was the best play I've ever done. It was called Fireface, and it was worth it because it was so good. It was a absolutely unhinged German play at the Sydney Theatre Company.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, play or TV?
I was going to ask you that.
Oh,
Yeah.
TV.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Well, the money.
Yeah.
The money. I stopped doing theatre because when you've got little kids and you have to get nannies all day, I did a play and I just came out in the red, like so far in the red.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you brought up money. Can we talk about that for a second? Okay, there's this perception that movie stars just blink their eyes and millions of dollars come in the door. I asked the same thing of Kik when he sat where
Did
you were
he tell you
sitting.
how much he got paid
And
for
Kik
Alibrandi?
Yeah,
he
he
did
told
actually.
us. Do you know how much he got paid?
I do. I've never said it out loud.
I'll tell you that. Look.
Oh, no, I know how much he got paid.
Kik
yeah.
got
Yeah.
250.
250,000.
Just joking.
I know someone got 250,000. It wasn't me.
It wasn't Kik either.
Oh,
Kik
that
got
pay grade.
6,600.
Yeah, he got about 6,000. I didn't get
6,000.
much more than that, I wouldn't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys were so young as well and starting out. I mean, I think.
Well, that'd be fine if we got residuals.
Yes.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, people are like,
so that was
well,
it. You got whatever, 10
I've
grand.
never seen a cent since I left that set. No.
Really?
Yeah.
No royalties, nothing.
Anything you get residuals from? What about Survivor? Would you get?
No, nothing.
So you walk down the street, you're recognised still.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
What do they say? There's Pia, there's Josie. What do they call you?
Bit of a mix. Like, it just depends. A lot of people want to talk to me about Tomato Day, and I've never done one, so I just have to, a lot of Tomato Day conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You should be the manager. I think you need a new manager.
No, I love my manager.
He'll get your residuals.
No, they can't. They're just it's
no,
all wrapped up, because of the contracts at the time. So that was it. Yeah.
Okay, 2003 Travelling Light.
Oh my god, it's
You
a
like
stinker.
that? 1971 Adelaide.
Can you
Drama
say that?
explores the lives of 2 sisters on their differing
Yeah,
paths.
you don't need to say that.
Okay, 2004 Right Here, Right Now.
What is that?
This is Pia Miranda. This is your life.
This is your life.
Today
Well,
we have.
Hey, what's right here right now? Is that
What?
the thing that Newton directed?
Hang on, this is ChatGPT. So this is someone else. This is Mia Miranda.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. It's you.
No,
This-
it is.
No,
That's,
it says.
Matt Newton directed that. Is that right?
Yes, interconnected lives of young adults in Sydney
Yes.
over 48 hours. You
Forgot
played
about
Mads.
that. I did.
I did actually watch a little bit of that.
Actually, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was good.
It must be, you don't remember it. Must have been fantastic. Must have been amazing.
But what was weird, but I really enjoy because I enjoy weird, is The Girl Who Swallowed Bees.
I love that. It's a really good book.
I haven't read the book, but I
Yeah.
watched it and I thought it was just a little, what do you call it, like a trailer for the show.
yeah.
But it wasn't. It was actually 8 minutes.
a short
that
film.
was the short film.
Paul McDermott, do you know him? Like Paul McDermott, he's a comedian.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he directed that and he wrote the book. He's a great egg. Yeah, it was really great.
do.
What's
Yeah.
he known for?
Like lots of stuff. He was a comedian. He was in that. I remember that show, The Big Gig. They used to play
Yes,
like years ago,
yes,
and he
yes,
was with
yes.
like 2 other guys, and they wore black suits and.
Okay. I need a photo.
So, I mean, that show freaked me out actually because I watched The Swarm with Michael Caine as a kid, that bee movie.
Yeah.
So every time there's bees going in and out your mouth and that buzzing noise, so I get PTSD.
I'm allergic to bees. That was even funnier.
Was it any bees
No.
near you during?
So I was like, do I need to be near bees because I'll die?
How did you find that out?
I swelled up like an elephant when I got stung. I've been stung twice. I got stung actually shooting Alibrandi, and every time I've had to go on like steroids for a week. But every time you get stung, your reaction's worse or something. Apparently,
intensifies. Yeah.
You would have thought it'd be the other way around.
yeah.
You
So
would
when
have
I
thought
did,
you'd build a resilience.
yeah. So when I did Survivor, I had to be like, "Are there bees?" And they were like,
So that's your kryptonite, bees.
"Yeah, bees."
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep them out of the room.
I had a question on. There's no bees there, but you're looking and focusing on all the bees that are flying into your mouth. And I remember watching an interview with Bob Hoskins when he did Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Right, and he said he got such bad headaches from having to imagine that there was something here.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you're not looking at that, then the focus of your eyes doesn't quite
Match.
work through. But you seem to be doing it. Did you have to?
Yeah, it was okay. You just kind of, Paul would just call out directions. Like, there's one up there and there's one here. So it would help me sort of look to where I want. Now there's one
Right.
crawling in your mouth. So he would sort of do it for me.
Okay.
So it was nice. He was great. I love that little short film.
All right, moving on.
Pacino talked about that in Scent of a Woman as well, if you remember.
Oh, Oh, because
because he was playing as a blind guy and he had eyesight issues. Robbie does his research.
Eyesight issues.
Well, he did in that film. He's blind, but you're right.
Yeah, that was an issue.
They put liquid in his eyes to make him not see correctly, and he had issues. Yeah.
Shoot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you. 2008, Three Blind Mice. You played Sally.
Yeah, I don't think that ever saw the light of day.
I could not watch that.
Oh no, it did see the light of day. Sorry,
It did, with
It
Matthew
did.
Newton.
No, it did. It got released. That's right.
I couldn't actually find it anywhere. There's a few of your things that annoyingly I couldn't find. The Tender Hook. You were Daisy in the Tender Hook.
That was with Rose and Hugo Weaving. That was a nice little film.
Hugo Weaving.
He a good guy? Hugo?
The best.
Is he?
The best.
Yeah.
Hugo Weaving. There's no one who doesn't. If you don't like Hugo Weaving, something wrong with you.
What's his line in The Matrix? Who does Keanu play in The Matrix? Mister.
I don't.
Oh shit! I used to do that all the time. That's terrible.
Forget The Matrix. As an Australian, he's Douglas Jardine. So he played in the Bradman Show. He was Douglas Jardine, the captain of England with Bodyline. That's how I first did growing up in the late 80s.
Yeah.
He was in everything.
He looks the same age as he did in the 80s, don't you reckon? A little bit.
Well, I think he lost his hair pretty young.
Yeah.
So
It
yes,
helps.
it helps.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
Good egg, though.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Mister. Sorry, I'm still on the Mister.
Move on, Robbie. Move on.
Goddess in 2013.
Oh, that's right. This musical. That was cute.
Yep, you were Sophie in that. Supportive friend to Elspeth.
That's right. That was a really cute little film, little musical.
Lovely.
Did you sing in it?
I did.
Can you sing?
I can. It depends what the song is. So yes, I can. I wouldn't say I'm a great singer, but I can hold a tune. Like I'm not tone deaf or anything.
Sure. Okay.
Now I like this one, Mustangs. Right.
Love Mustangs.
About the all-girls football team.
Such a good show.
But I really liked Jacket Coleman. Is that how you pronounce his name? Jacket Coleman.
He was great.
His voice. When I saw him on that and his voice, he's been in so many things.
Yeah.
And he's just got the best voice for whatever role he does. And I've had to Google search what movies he's been in because he's so recognisable.
Have you seen his band? He's got this amazing, like, Polish heavy metal hard rock kind of band that plays all the time. He was the best. Like every day after the set would finish, finish shooting and he'd go, there'd be food left over and they'd leave little Tupperware containers and if there was any left, he'd just be like, can I take this for the band? And he'd take it for the band and he'd like, they'd have like band night every night.
He's Melbourne based,
it's cool,
isn't
yeah.
he?
He's around here, I think, somewhere.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nicer voice than yours.
Well, yes, he speaks very, he's got a very smooth,
nicer voice than Rob's.
Polish accent.
No, I like any kind of accent.
Well, that's why we're here. Right?
Yeah.
The Aussie and the Scotsman.
Exactly.
Polish.
No one likes my accent.
He's great though.
like
That's
him.
a great show. Because I was trying to get my friend, because it used to be on ABC iView, and then I was trying to get my friend to get his daughter to watch it because she's about 11, and he can't find it at the moment. It's really annoying. Needs a light of day. Someone call ABC.
It's on somewhere. I definitely watched it. I'm trying to see if I've got it here. I don't. The Odyssey 2021.
What's that?
It says details about this project are limited.
You've made a lot of things when you don't remember your own work.
I know this. The girl who played my daughter in Mustangs made a little short film over COVID, and I did it on my computer. I've just videoed it on my computer.
That's cool.
But she ended up going on to write this really successful play called Trophy Boys, and it's just gone around the world. So she's a really smart little playwright.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, there's a couple more, and then we'll finish up because I'm sure you've had enough of Rowan.
No.
Okay, scene. What?
No, you did a good gag before. Don't try and think you're funny now. All right? One swallow doesn't make a summer. Keep going.
Don't bring me down, son. I'm up. Okay, scene. I think I really wanted to watch something. It sounded quite interesting. It's a short film. You took on a dual role, portraying yourself and protagonist's sister, exploring themes.
I swear to you, I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you look up scene?
What is it?
No.
Just look up scene.
No.
That sounds very
if she
familiar.
doesn't know about it, I'm not looking
Well, I
at it
really
because
like
she
this
doesn't
one.
care. What does it tell you?
Because you took on both roles.
Is it a short film?
Yes.
No, I think I know what you're talking about now.
Okay.
Yes. I just don't know who was in it. I just know it was in a kitchen.
Absolute bluff.
Well,
She does not remember. Keep going.
see, that's what it
Keep
is.
going.
Okay,
Oh, no, wait, scene.
There we go, scene.
Wait, who's in it? Who's...
You are. You and yourself.
Wait, is that the... No, wait, is that the...
Can you help?
What are we
Pia?
looking at?
Scene. S-E-E-N.
Thank you.
Is it not the Ryan Shelton thing? Is it Ryan Shelton?
Well, not sure. We're about to find out. I'll continue while Ron looks this up.
Because if it's Ryan Shelton, that is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
I wanted to watch that one either. I didn't get time or
I think it's on his.
it.
I think it's on. If it is the one I'm thinking of, I think it's on his. He's got like a website. He's made all these funny little short films.
I don't see him around anymore. I mean, I remember him from the project and a few other bits and pieces.
He does some really popular podcast called The Imperfects. Is it right?
Seen, it's a video from 2021. Pia Miranda, you're in it.
Oh, that's
Ryan's sister.
yes. It's that. It's so funny. Even Sarah Snook's in it. Even
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's really funny.
Oh, no, seriously.
Go on. Come on.
Shit, how do I know that name?
Fuck off.
Yeah, I was getting that. Sarah Snooks, that's from
Succession.
Succession.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Tell him to fuck off.
Fuck off. Okay.
You say,
Do we not have to
you
put
don't have to try the accent. He's Scottish. The guy's Scottish.
Fuck off. That's it. Okay, Slant on SBS, and then we talked about Windcatcher and The Invisible Boys. Well,
All that for that. Took my phone off airplay for that.
all that for that.
There's some
Okay.
funny films in there. I haven't because I think mostly like my career's been TV, so it's funny to think about all those films. I'm like, oh yeah, I've done that and that.
So you're on a movie podcast, right?
Yeah.
Tell us, what movies do you like?
I like, to be honest, I don't watch a lot of movies lately. I feel like-
What's your favourite film?
Look, my favourite era is like the 70s.
Okay.
You know, the 70s is my favourite era. I love all those films from that time.
Give us a name.
Goodfellas is my favourite film. I mean, my
Wow.
son's name is James Henry.
Hey.
And we call him Jimmy. So,
you
yeah,
go.
the love goes deep.
Jimmy,
yeah.
jeez, that's a double name
And
from
then
Goodfellas.
second, I would probably say like Godfather and then just a rando, Heathers.
Just
Heathers.
ask
Heathers.
Ron what he thinks of The Godfather.
It insists upon itself. No. Have you seen that from Family Guy?
I'm at a disadvantage, right?
Okay, right.
You're Italian heritage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you have to. It's like a rite of
No,
passage.
it's a good bloody film. You don't like it?
Oh, dear.
Have you seen Family Guy?
No, hold on, Pia.
What?
Pia.
Go.
Just pop. Just
I haven't
pop.
seen it.
You what?
Get a photo. Get a photo of the face. You what?
That's like saying you haven't seen The Sopranos.
Say again.
That's like saying you haven't watched The Sopranos.
I haven't seen that either. That's TV. Sopranos is TV.
Oh, my God, I'm so
But
embarrassed
Sopranos
for you.
isn't TV.
Listen,
That's
what did you
that's
say
a long
before?
movie.
You don't
Sopranos
have
is
someone
just
come in and shit on your house, right?
Ron, be
Have you not-
respectful. Be
Right.
respectful.
Okay, I haven't seen Titanic, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, it does. You haven't seen Titanic?
Nah, do not care to.
Jack Dawson? No?
Nah.
King of the World?
Nah. And then I had to do...
We were getting along, you and I.
You know that podcast? Have you seen the podcast that Peter Hellier does, which is
Yes.
called
Oh, I've been talking
You
about
Ain't
that.
Seen Nothing? I was like, what? So he went, it'll be
You're gonna
really
love this.
funny for you to watch The Notebook. Oh my God.
You
I will
don't like-
never get to those 2 hours of my life back.
You don't like The Notebook?
Oh my gosh. That is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Wow, Pia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Can you
That's
watch The
what we've
Godfather,
worked out tonight.
please?
We've worked out nobody's perfect.
Oh, come
okay?
on, watch The Godfather just for me, please.
No, we will. I'm
Thank
going
you.
to. I will.
I've been asking him for 2 years. So this podcast started. We were on the train one day and we came up with a name and we were talking about movies and
Yeah.
Rocky and Rambo and Rain Man. I was like, oh, brilliant! We should do a podcast together. You love movies. I love movies. We started the podcast. These are the only 4 movies he'd watched. Genuinely.
Oh, that's so cute.
On repeat. Well,
There's a bit of mayonnaise on that story,
Cute
but
is not the word I would have used.
you can if she wants to call me cute.
So we spent. Oh, you're blushing.
No, I'm always red. That's psoriasis, mate. But keep going.
So we spent the past year and a half introducing Ron to movies that he hasn't watched. So all the backlog of movies are all these great... well, our theme is Oscar-winning movies are associated from like 1975
Except for Jewel.
Amazing.
back.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of Jewel?
Love Jewel.
Yeah. Just take the headphones off. Let yourself out.
We had
Oh, you
the
couldn't have
biggest
liked it.
fight.
What? Okay.
Well, it's
Can
a
we just
low
explore
budget.
this?
It's a low budget kind of situation,
Like
but
lower than my lunch?
it's a good vibe. Like I like an experimental. Let's just do something. And there is, I know some people don't think so, but I think there is an undercurrent of it being a commentary on like toxic masculinity. I do think that is part of it. That's just what I'm saying. But I like it. It's fun. It's a romp.
She's a guest, so I'll let it pass.
Okay, but what is your favourite movie then?
A Few Good Men.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Good.
In the Name of the Father. Dead Poets Society.
But if A Few
Rain
Good
Man.
Men and In the Name of the Father are 2 of your favourite films, you would love The Godfather.
I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
It's just time. It's just
Yeah.
time. I'm not afraid to watch it. I'm sure I'll love it. Rob's given me some amazing films. So I had watched lots of films, but I watch a lot on repeat. Mm-hmm. Because once I get invested into a film, I really get into it. Like, I've watched Dead Poets 1,000 times. I watched Rain Man 1,000 times.
So, like, what are your favourites from the 70s if you're doing... Because that sort of...
Well...
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Love it. Midnight Cowboy, have you seen that?
I have not.
Oh, you got to see that.
I'm getting double shamed here.
Midnight.
Jaws.
Love Jaws.
Yeah.
I can throw some... Have you seen Prisoners? Hugh Jackman?
No.
There you go.
You'll actually love that.
Really?
As a parent,
yes,
we'll give you one.
Prisoners.
His kids get taken, and,
No
and what he
way.
will do as a parent to get his daughter back, give me back my child. He goes fucking mental.
I love that. When was that made?
Spoiler alert.
2019.
Because I like that one when he plays the dodgy principal. What's that one? Oh no, it's just that might not be a movie. Maybe that's a telly movie.
Okay, this is one for you. Greatest Showman. You won't like it.
God. Okay, I'll give you a few.
Hold on, let her answer. You haven't seen it.
I have seen it.
No good. From now on, no good.
Well, I liked that my kids liked it. Like, it feels like a kid's film. And the songs were really
actually,
good.
to be truthful,
Family musical.
Yeah.
I think the story's actually quite weak.
Yeah,
But
the
the
songs are
music's
good.
good. But
The
the
music's great.
We're
Love
in agreement
it.
there.
Love it.
Okay, I'll let you off.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Deer Hunter, Kramer versus Kramer.
Amazing. Kramer versus Kramer.
Well, do you like that?
Love it.
That's a good movie.
Did you have a favourite?
No. I
Meryl
think,
or Dustin?
well,
They won everything under the sun.
have you seen how he talks about how he didn't want her to have the role?
No, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, it's really like the real good backstory of that. They can make a film about the making of that film, I think.
Talk about toxic masculinity. You can see him being right up there. I think he's got that vibe. And there was a smashing of the glass scene, if you remember, in Kramer versus Kramer, and they didn't tell Meryl about that scene, so that her reaction was genuine. And I think she had a pretty hard time in that movie, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Her career seemed to have survived.
Yeah, she's doing all right. She's a good egg.
She's only had like 40 million Oscars. And
She's done all right. Parasite was great as well, and Green Book.
Parasite?
you must like that.
I think that's the last film that I've loved. Like, as in recently. I really loved. I loved that film.
Okay.
We just did the Daniel Day-Lewis one.
There Will Be Blood.
Love that movie.
Wasn't
you
that
like
clever?
that?
Yeah, brilliant.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, talking about, is there an actor that you admire more than most? That for me, Daniel Day-Lewis is an actor that gets so absorbed, as everybody knows, into his thing, but you get drawn into him. Is there anyone that you...
I've always had a real thing for Gene Hackman.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
French Connection.
find him
Superman.
a little bit like Superman. Well, even in that, I find him a little bit.
I'm sorry, he's Lex Luthor. He's the original.
How cute's that with the little
What about
dog banging the thing?
Yeah.
I like him. I like a messy actor, so I don't like seeing a lot of sort of really method on screen. Too much often. So I love him. I've always really loved Diane Keaton. I like someone with just a little bit of mess and lightness. I love a comedic actress as well, because I love doing comedy. So I do love Sarah Jessica Parker and Julia Louis-Dreyfus and those kinds of women. But I have a real soft spot for many actors. Yeah, many actors. And often roles. I often have a soft spot for them in a certain role.
So you've just said one of my favourites, just to embarrass myself, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Love her.
Did you watch Sex and the City?
You love her in that.
And did you watch the follow-up show?
I've watched one of them, but I haven't watched... It's a bit too confronting for me, just, because I'm in menopause, they're in menopause.
Yeah, right. A bit too close to home.
Yeah, but I will. It's cute.
That's probably why I haven't watched as many movies as you want, because in the last 2 weeks I've been watching that show with Big and him dying, and then the follow-up to Sex and the City.
Season. I haven't seen the second. Yeah, Big
but-
dies. He dies on the Peloton.
He dies because they cut him out, because Chris North, which is his real name, he got cancelled, so they cut him out.
What?
That was quite deliberate. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So the show, now we're going to quickly do a Sex and the City plug. So Samantha in real life doesn't get on with Sarah Jessica Parker, so she didn't come back for the extra series. You knew that, right?
Yeah, I did know that.
Are we living in 2019? I mean, since when do we talk about TV?
Pay respect. She said she likes Sarah Jessica Parker.
When I was in drama school in New York, and I did all the visits of going everywhere she went.
And who's she married to, Rob?
Yeah.
Come on.
Ferris.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. So they've been rock solid, those two.
I'm still stuck in the fact that you've been watching Sex and the City the past 2 weeks when you're meant to be watching movies.
No, She's All That. No, it's not called She's All That. Whatever it's...
And Just Like That.
And Just Like That. Yeah.
Okay, final question. The Oscars are coming up in a couple of weeks. Yeah, March the 3rd.
Oh, actually, I did. I've watched Wicked and I watched Amelia
Perez.
Amelia Perez.
Is that any good?
I'm wondering now. Is it
Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked? I thought it was good. Amelia Perez is odd. Like it's the main girl's fantastic. What's her name? Zoe.
Sure.
Zoe Saldana.
She's up for best.
She's really great, and then the other woman's really great. I don't know what her name is.
Carla Sofia Gascon.
She's fantastic. They're really great. It's a bit odd. It's an odd movie. It's not for everyone, I don't think.
Okay,
but I enjoyed it.
I'm going to read out
you want my opinion on Wicked?
I'm going to no, don't. I'm going to come back to you.
I'm going to give it to you in a minute.
I'm going to read out the movie nominees, and you can tell us who you think is going to win.
Oh God, I haven't seen anything. I'm watching TV. I'm bloody watching. I'm watching Deal on Ideal Island, mate.
Honora, Amelia Perez, The Brutalist, which I actually really want to see. Conclave looks good. The Substance with Demi
I'm
Moore.
just about to start that because it just came out on Stan.
I watched it 2 days ago.
I'm so excited for that. Yeah, so I think...
She hasn't seen it.
A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan one we reviewed actually a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
June Part 2 and I'm still here.
I reckon Amelia Perez is going to win. But then was there some Brutalist. There's some controversy. I don't think Wicked will win it.
I think Demi's going to
I think Demi will get it.
She was
nice.
Unbelievable in it.
I'm so excited to watch that.
Yeah, Cinemas 2's coming out too.
Oh my God. I love that movie. I've seen it like 3,000 times.
What's coming out?
Cinemas 2.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. Rob Lowe, they're all coming back.
I reckon Judd Nelson is. Is he coming back?
Oh, Judd Nelson. He hasn't done much lately.
He's a bit of a mess. Okay, I think it's time to wrap it up.
I'm not ready to wrap up.
Well, you've been very average this podcast.
Pia, is there any stories or behind? We want to know behind the scenes. We're jealous, right? I come in, you know, you've got blood running through your veins. We go off to everyday jobs, but you're in this sort of different world, right? Is there anything you can tell us to either shatter our dreams or think it is what we think or it's not what we think?
I think most of us just get obsessed with what time do we wrap and what time's lunch.
It's a job.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, it's the same as any job. We're just like, what time's lunch? What do you think's for lunch? I think it's Mexican day. I think it's Italian day. That's what goes on all day. You could be doing any kind of scene, murdering someone, doing a sex scene, like, you know, any of that, like, and you're still going, what do you think's for lunch? What do you think's for lunch?
Really?
And then as soon as lunch, they'll be like, what time do you reckon we're going to wrap? Do you reckon we'll wrap early? I reckon we'll wrap early. I think we're going to do overtime. That's it. Normal day.
Yeah,
it's a normal job.
Like a job. You said murder there, you reminded me of Saltburn.
I liked that.
Oh, that was a good movie.
That.
Really enjoyed that. But we are going to wrap this up. It's been over an hour.
What a shame.
We're going to do, if Pia's up for it, another podcast with Pia on Goodfellas. We're going to review Goodfellas. Okay, so please stick around, check out Goodfellas. Pia, thank you so much.
Thank you. That was fun.
Amazing. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming to Aussie and the Scotsman.
Pleasure.
Pia, it's been wonderful having you on. I'm a fellow Gemini as well. Our birthdays are 1 day apart, a year and 1 day apart.
What is your birthday?
I'm the 16th of June, 70. Do you want me to say the year or not?
74 or 2?
I'm 74.
Oh, so I'm older than you. I'm an older woman.
Well, yeah, older than me. But you look great.
Thanks. Good genes or good docs?
Yeah, I think so. You've kept yourself well, but we really appreciate having you on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You.
But for now, thanks for listening.
Until next time.